Hello guys and welcome to another video. Today we have here a Alfa 147 with the twin spark engine, the 1.6 on this version, okay? So the car here does not have enough power, the car does not have enough performance, okay? So several things that you have to see when dealing with this, and you must always start with the basics, okay? So the car is new to this customer and he does not know what is the performance of the car, but I know these cars and I know that this car is performing very bad. So I want to see the basics, okay? So doing a diagnosis, I can see here that this airflow sensor is reading really low, okay? So the first thing that you may want to do is to replace this. Nope, I told you. You have to diagnose it, okay? So what you have to have in mind is you have to follow the pathway of the air, okay? This engine over here does not have an EGR, at least here for this country, okay? So you do not have to worry about that. If you are trying to understand what I'm talking about, I do have a video how to test here this airflow meter, and for that you also have to test the EGR. For both things, I do have videos, okay? So you want to follow the pathway of the air, okay? Being turbo or not, you have an atmospheric pipe, the pipe that pulls air from the atmosphere, okay? Then you have the airbox filter, and the filter itself, already checked that, it is absolutely new, so somewhere someone did try to figure out this problem. Another thing that you have to have in mind is after the airflow meter, you cannot have any ruptures on the pipes. Any rupture, because any air that can go in through a rupture is being sucked through the rupture and not being measured by the airflow meter, thus giving you low readings, okay? So imagine that 50% of the air is being sucked through a tear. The meter will read only 50% of what it's supposed to read, okay? Ta-da! This is one of the problems. So it is sucking air through here, not being measured through here, and thus having a low power issue, okay? You can also have bad idle with this problem over here. The second problem is very curious, really very curious. It does not happen often, only on cars that have this blanket over here, okay? You also can have a rat, an animal, something like that, that can do this damage. So I told you about the atmospheric pipe, that for example here on this 166 you have it over here and it sucks air through this hole over here, okay? So it goes in this way to the air box. On some 147s the pipe goes through the bottom side, goes up through this side wing over here, and it is down there. When the engine is sucking the air, it is also sucking this blanket covering the hole, and thus having a very low power performance of the car, okay? So now you have to buy a pipe for this. I will use some duct tape here or some electrician tape to try to get the car running while I'm waiting for a pipe. And over here you can remove this altogether, or you can create here like not like a frame, but just a piece of a stick or wood or a piece of aluminum, something to hold up here this protection, okay? Because if you have this without anything, you can have here the intake very close to something that it can be sucked in. This is also providing for the hot air not to go immediately to this area, is helping out the cold air going through the front of the car to be sucked instead of the hot air. So I will try to do something over here to try to keep this. If the customer then wants to remove it, be my guest, okay? But this is the reason why the car does not have enough performance, okay? And also this situation over here, okay? Do not replace anything before you do diagnosis and before you know for sure what is the problem, okay? If you need more videos for diagnosis, I have them down on the description. I have playlists for low power, crank no start, brakes, troubleshooting, several things, crank no start. I do really have a lot of stuff that can be useful for you. It is down on the description, okay? A lot of diesel cars here in Portugal are remapped because of stuff like this. Because they do not know what else to do, and they just reserve to remap the car. So over here you can clearly see the intake. It could be facing the other way, but it is what it is. I used here a piece of drop link, a used one, a bad one, and I did here a skeleton frame. So now I can apply this without it being sucked in. Yeah, I believe so, yes. You have to be careful, because if you do this in a bad way, you can end up having it worse, because the weight of it can make it go even further. But I think we are near. We are near. Just took out here the middle one to create some arcing. I believe that's the way to go. You can always adjust and readjust and do several things, right? Or do something else. Just trying here to be truthful to the original. This can make a rattle and a noise. Let me see what I can do over here. So I just did here a zip tie onto the shaft over there, and it is very secure, no rattles. Also, I will here do a zip tie on this area over here to stop it from flapping, to stay right here, okay? In this way I can have a high separation of the intake to this blanket over here, okay? If you want to just take it out, okay? Also make sure that the clamps that hold down to the intake, mainly after the meter, are good. This one is really bad, as you can see. I have to replace it, and for that it wiggles, and if it wiggles it will suck unfiltered air. Well, unfiltered and unmeasured. Over here already have, sorry about that, already have here just a mend. This does not create any pressure, so this will do. Okay. So if you want to see more about this, I have down in the description links for you to see. Okay. This was kind of like a quick tip, like I used to do in the past. Okay, I think so. I believe so. I want to believe so. So the repair here is done. Again, down in the description you have links for helps for the channel if you are able to do so. Mainly here for my 75 and for my 33 down there. And see you in the next one, guys. Bye. Also, remember that the airflow must be facing the intake of the engine, okay? Not the other way around.